Hello and welcome to another episode of the Mindset Thoughts, a podcast where we discuss the best ideas of humanity, the most useful practices, and the most skillful means for developing a more well-adjusted and adaptive mindset. To do this, I will be discussing latest science, ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time, as well as the thoughts and actions of important historical paragons. The goal is to give you tools and practices and ideas for your self-improvement, with the goal of moving ahead the entire humanity. Our discussion will focus on the ideas and practices with the most cash value, so practices that are easy to take up but hold enormous potential. And since most of these practices have to do with changing your thinking and attitudes, they are completely free. Call me Laurent Lohel, I will be your host, and welcome aboard. Also, make sure to like Mindset Thoughts on Spotify and YouTube, as well as check out our Discord server, where you can find links to my book, which you can buy on Amazon to support my another side enterprise of being a fiction author. Without further ado, let's get to the episode. Mindset Thoughts, episode 14. Sleep better to be more awake. Our truest life is when we are in dreams, awake. Henry David Thoreau. His wisdom is to keep awake in order to sleep well, and verily, if life had no sense and I had to choose nonsense, this would be the desirable nonsense for me also. Now know I well what people sought formerly above all else when they sought teachers of virtue. Good sleep they sought for themselves, and poppy-head virtues to promote it. To all those belauded sages of the academic chairs, wisdom was sleep without dreams. They knew no higher significance of life. Even at present, to be sure, there are some like this preacher of virtue, and not always so honorable, but their time is past, and not much longer do they stand, there they already lie. Friedrich Nietzsche, thus spoke Zarathustra, a chapter called The Academic Chairs of Virtue. Hello, and welcome back to the Mindset Thoughts. I'm your host, always delighted to guide you through the mesmerizing world of the human mind. Today we are taking a deep dive into an activity we spend approximately 1/3 of our lives doing, yet rarely give it much thought. Sleep. Sleep is the best meditation, said the Dalai Lama. The dream is the liberation of the spirit from the pressure of external nature, said Freud. And Thoreau claimed that our truest life is when we are in dreams, awake. Throughout history, great minds have recognized the significance of sleep and dreams and their impact on our waking lives. Sleeping and dreaming, these seemingly passive activities, are surprisingly active arenas of the mind, important to both physical and mental performance, overall well-being, and the creative process. If we can master our sleep, we can gain control over a significant part of our life, improve our waking hours, and in the process perhaps understand ourselves a little better. In this episode we will unpack the mysteries of sleep, look into ways to enhance it, discuss the intriguing possibility of requiring less of it through the practice of meditation, and talk about different sleep schedules that our ancestors might have followed. We will then delve into the world of dreams with special focus on lucid dreaming and the neuroscience that suggests we are in fact dreaming our waking reality. So get comfortable, maybe grab a cup of chamomile tea, and let's set off on this journey through the night and into the realm of dreams. Welcome to Mindset Forge's exploration of sleep and dreams. Sleep is a naturally recurring state of mind and body that is characterized by altered consciousness, reduced interactions with surroundings, inhibited sensory activity, and decreased muscle activity. It's a fundamental process necessary for maintaining cognitive functions such as memory, emotional regulation, and learning, as well as rejuvenation of the body's cellular and physiological systems. A scientist can determine if someone is asleep using a method called polysomnography. This method uses multiple measurements simultaneously to capture a wide array of physical and biological activities during sleep. These include brain waves, electroencephalography or EEG, eye movements, electrooculography or EOG, and muscle activity, electromyography or EMG. These measurements can show the different sleep stages from light sleep to deep sleep and REM sleep, where most dreaming happens. The exact function of sleep is not fully understood, but it's thought to have several key roles. Restoration. During sleep, your body works to repair and restore various functions such as your immune system, muscle tissues, and memory consolidation. Metabolic waste products accumulated in the brain during waking hours are cleaned during sleep. Energy conservation. Sleep reduces the body's energy demands, allowing us to conserve energy for when we are awake. Brain plasticity theory. Sleep is thought to be crucial for brain function, including cognitive and emotional processing, learning, and memory consolidation. Dreaming, which mainly occurs during REM sleep, is another fascinating aspect of our nocturnal lives. The purpose of dreams is also not fully understood, but some theories suggest they may play a role in emotional processing, problem solving, and consolidating memories. The science of sleep and dreams is still unfolding, and there's so much more we have yet to understand about these vital aspects of our existence. But one thing is clear: both sleep and dreams are essential for our physical and mental health and overall well-being. A lack of sleep, also known as sleep deprivation, can have a significant impact on your health, mood, and cognitive functioning. It's not just about feeling drowsy or sluggish. Ongoing sleep deprivation can result in a multitude of negative consequences that can affect nearly every aspect of your life. Let's delve into the varying effects of sleep deprivation. Mood and cognitive performance. Even a single night of inadequate sleep can lead to noticeable changes in mood and cognitive performance. Feelings of irritability, anxiety, and depression may increase, while concentration, attention, creativity, and problem-solving skills may suffer. You might experience memory issues, as both the consolidation and recall of memories can be negatively impacted by lack of sleep. Physical health. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to various health problems such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even a shortened lifespan. Sleep is a time when many essential restorative functions take place in the body, including tissue repair, muscle growth, and the release of hormones that regulate growth and appetite. Immune system. Your immune system also takes a hit when you don't get enough sleep. Sleep deprivation can lead to weakened immune response, making you more susceptible to infections and slowing down recovery time when you get sick. Safety. Sleep deprivation can also be dangerous. Fatigue contributes to a high number of accidents and injuries, particularly when driving or operating machinery. The reaction times, decision-making abilities, and alertness of sleep-deprived individuals can be equivalent to those of people who are intoxicated. Extreme cases. Fatal familial insomnia. While exceedingly rare, there's a condition called fatal familial insomnia, where affected individuals progressively suffer from a complete inability to sleep, leading to mental disorientation, hallucinations, and eventually death within a few months to a couple of years. This condition is a stark reminder of how vital sleep is to human life. In short, getting adequate sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity for maintaining physical health, mental well-being, and overall quality of life. When we consistently shortchange our sleep, we shortchange our health, safety, and performance in the process. Research has demonstrated that sleep plays a significant role in physical performance, recovery, and overall athletic achievement. Sleep is not merely a passive period of rest, but a crucial time when vital physiological processes related to athletic performance occur. Physical performance, strength and endurance. A study published in 2018 showed that even one night of partial sleep deprivation could decrease maximal strength in compound movements like bench press and leg press. Endurance may also suffer due to feelings of increased perceived exertion and fatigue. Skills and reaction time. Sleep deprivation can slow reaction times, impair hand-eye coordination, and diminish precision in motor skills. This can be critical for sports and activities where split-second decisions and actions can make the difference between winning and losing. Recovery. Sleep is crucial for recovery after physical activity. It's during sleep that the body releases growth hormone. Deep sleep, that is. Growth hormone aids in tissue repair and recovery. Lack of sleep can also result in higher levels of cortisol, a stress hormone that can interfere with recovery and muscle growth. Injury and illness. Chronic lack of sleep may increase the risk of injury and illness. A study published in 2014 found that adolescent athletes who slept less than 8 hours per night were 1.7 times more likely to have had an injury compared to those who slept for 8 hours or more. Furthermore, insufficient sleep can weaken the immune system, making athletes more prone to illnesses that could disrupt their training. In conclusion, research indicates that adequate sleep is essential for optimal physical performance, recovery, and overall health in athletes. Prioritizing sleep could significantly enhance athletic performance and well-being. Research suggests also that sleep is a critical determinant of cognitive performance, affecting a broad range of functions from memory to problem solving and from decision-making to mental flexibility. Memory and learning. Sleep has a profound effect on both the acquisition and consolidation of memory. The process of transferring newly learned information from short-term to long-term memory, known as memory consolidation, is believed to occur primarily during sleep, particularly during the deep stages of sleep. An experiment conducted in 2002 found that participants who slept after learning a task showed improved performance when tested compared to those who did not sleep. This suggests that adequate sleep following learning can enhance memory consolidation, decision-making, and problem-solving. Sleep deprivation can negatively impact decision-making capabilities and problem-solving skills. A review from the year 2010 details how insufficient sleep can impair judgment and slow down problem-solving abilities. Lack of sleep can also lead to risky behavior and poor decision-making due to a reduced ability to assess situations accurately. Mental flexibility. Mental flexibility, or the ability to switch between thinking about two different concepts, can be impaired by sleep deprivation. A study from the year 2010 found that a lack of sleep could hinder adaptive reasoning skills and creative problem-solving abilities, which are essential components of mental flexibility. In conclusion, obtaining sufficient sleep is crucial for maintaining optimal cognitive performance. Ensuring good sleep hygiene and making sleep a priority can enhance mental capabilities and overall well-being. Mental health and emotional regulation. Sleep also plays a crucial role in mental health. Insufficient sleep can lead to emotional instability, increased stress responses, and mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Moreover, chronic sleep issues can increase the risk of developing mental health disorders. Sleep also contributes to effective emotional regulation. A study from the year 2007 showed that sleep deprivation disrupts the neural basis of emotional stability, leading to increased emotional reactivity. Adequate sleep allows the brain to properly process emotional information, maintaining emotional balance and resilience. Subjective well-being and happiness. Adequate sleep is linked to better subjective well-being and overall life satisfaction. A study from the year 2008 found that sleep quality rather than quantity was linked to feelings of well-being. And this underscores the importance of not just the amount but also the quality of sleep we get. In conclusion, adequate and quality sleep is an indispensable part of a healthy lifestyle that can benefit your heart, weight, mind and more. Prioritizing sleep can contribute to a state of overall wellness and well-being. Like we have seen many times in this podcast series, these effects work both ways. So sleep affects our mood amongst other things, but our mood also affects how rested we feel and how easily we get to sleep. Feeling tired is one of the defining symptoms of depressive disorder and is also associated with burnout. So if you feel tired, yet sleeping doesn't seem to fix this, the problem might be somewhere else entirely, and staying in bed all day might just exacerbate the issue. In that case, instead of trying to sleep your problems away, use some of the many tools introduced in earlier episodes. Instead of resting, adding physical exercise, for example, might be helpful, as this has been shown to improve mood, and it also gives you something to recover from, so sleep might come easier, while also stimulating digestion, cognitive performance, and so on. As we've seen, sleep plays a pivotal role in our overall health and well-being. Now let's shift gears and look at some practical ways we can improve the quality of our sleep. Sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene involves creating an optimal bedroom environment and establishing bedtime routines that promote good sleep. Keep your bedroom cool, dark and quiet. These elements help signal to your body that it's time to sleep. Additionally, make your bed a space for sleep and intimacy only. Avoid activities like watching TV, eating or working on your bed. By doing so, you are conditioning your mind to associate your bed with restfulness and relaxation. Diet and exercise. Your lifestyle habits, particularly your diet and physical activity, significantly affect your sleep. Regular physical exercise can help reduce anxiety and depressive symptoms, enhancing overall sleep quality. As for diet, try to limit caffeine and alcohol consumption, particularly close to bedtime, as they can interfere with your sleep cycle. Instead, opt for balanced meals with a good mix of macronutrients to promote a more restful sleep. Sleep schedule. Consistency is key when it comes to sleep. Try to establish a regular sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same times every day, even on weekends. This consistency can help regulate your body's internal clock and could help you fall asleep and stay asleep for the night. Limiting exposure to screens before bedtime. Our modern world is filled with screens, from smartphones to laptops to televisions. While they may be useful in our day-to-day life, the blue light they emit can interfere with our sleep. Consider implementing a digital curfew, where you shut off all electronic devices a couple of hours before bed to give your body a chance to wind down naturally. Instead, try to get natural light as much as you can during the day. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Lastly, mindfulness and relaxation techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and yoga can be extremely effective in improving sleep quality. These practices can help ease the mind, reduce stress, and create the optimal mental state for a good night's sleep. Improving sleep isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about finding what works best for you and incorporating that into your daily and nightly routine. By adopting these habits, you are well on your way to better sleep and in turn improved overall health and well-being. Yoga Nidra, also known as yogic sleep or sleep with awareness, is a profound practice that can induce a state of deep physical relaxation while maintaining full consciousness. Despite the name, it isn't about sleeping, but about conscious relaxation and internal exploration. In Yoga Nidra, you are guided through a systematic meditation taking you to the threshold between wakefulness and sleep, where the body finds its natural state of equilibrium, the relaxation response. This is the state where deep healing can happen. Scientific research supports the use of Yoga Nidra for improving sleep and reducing symptoms of insomnia. A 2019 study found that Yoga Nidra can improve sleep quality and reduce anxiety and depression. What's fascinating is the effect of Yoga Nidra on the brain. According to a study in 2020, the practice of Yoga Nidra can elicit a state of consciousness that mimics both dreaming, REM sleep, and deep sleep, non-REM. So, how is Yoga Nidra typically practiced? Setting a Sankalpa. Sankalpa is a resolve or intention formed in the mind. You will set a positive statement or affirmation at the beginning of the practice. Rotation of consciousness. This involves bringing awareness to different parts of the body in a systematic way, helping to induce physical relaxation. Breath awareness. This step involves noticing the breath and possibly synchronizing breath with the rotation of consciousness. Visualization. You may be guided through a series of images, scenes, or concepts. Closing. As the practice comes to a close, you will return to your Sankalpa from the beginning of the practice, restating it mentally to yourself. Yoga Nidra is an excellent tool in your sleep optimization toolbox, offering a way to tap into deep relaxation, reduce stress, and improve overall sleep quality. As you may have recognized, it makes use of many tools we have discussed previously, such as mindfulness of the body, embodied techniques, visualizations, breathing, and so on, into one multi-tool. Sleep reduction and alternative sleep schedules. Hacking sleep for optimization. The impact of meditation on sleep reduction. Let's delve into a fascinating subject. Can the practice of meditation actually reduce our need for sleep? This question is not as far-fetched as it might sound. A 2010 study found that experienced meditators required significantly less total sleep time than those who did not meditate. The advanced meditators showed enhanced REM sleep and more rapid onset of the REM phase. A later study in 2012 reported that long-term meditators have significantly higher amounts of purification, which in turn may allow their brains to process information more efficiently, thereby possibly reducing the need for as much restorative sleep. It is also the experience of many people on meditation retreats that one's need of sleep lessens. There are also unconfirmed reports of meditation masters who supposedly never sleep. While these findings are preliminary, they suggest a possible link between meditation and reduced sleep need. That being said, the quality of sleep should not be compromised for the sake of reduction in sleep hours. Also, as we discussed, since at least some of the feeling of tiredness we get may be because of stress and depression and other related issues which cannot necessarily be fixed with just sleeping. Meditation can also help with tiredness and wanting to sleep that rises because of these non-sleep deprivation related issues. This is because meditation improves mood and lessens anxiety and stress and also buffers us against them. Alternative sleep schedules, a look into the past and the future. Let's move on to alternative sleep schedules. Most of us are familiar with monophasic sleep, a solid block of 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. But what about biphasic sleep or even polyphasic sleep? Biphasic sleep consists of 2 sleep segments in a 24-hour period, such as a longer sleep at night and a shorter nap during the day. Some cultures practice this, and it's even reflected in the siesta tradition in Spain. Polyphasic sleep involves multiple short sleep periods throughout the day. This type of sleep pattern is seen in many animals and in some cases in humans, especially in situations of extreme necessity such as among soldiers in combat or solo sailors. Historically, there's also evidence to suggest that segmented sleep or biphasic sleep was the norm for pre-industrial societies. References in literature, court documents and even personal papers depict a first sleep period, a waking period of 1 to 2 hours in the middle of the night, followed by a second sleep. Risks and potential benefits of alternative sleep schedules. But before you jump into experimenting with these alternative sleep schedules, it's essential to weigh the potential risks and benefits. Some potential benefits of biphasic and polyphasic sleep schedules could be increased waking hours for productivity and alignment with natural circadian rhythms. However, the risks might include a potential for sleep deprivation if the total sleep time is drastically reduced, difficulty in maintaining a rigid sleep schedule, and possible social and occupational disruptions. Most importantly, any sleep schedule must allow for enough quality sleep to keep the individual physically healthy and mentally sharp. Sleep isn't just a switch-off time for the brain, it's an active and essential period of physical restoration, memory consolidation, and neurological housekeeping. The science of dreaming, a voyage within the mind. Dreams are an integral part of our sleep cycle. From the dawn of time, humans have been fascinated with them, and with modern neuroscience we are finally beginning to understand them better. When we dream, typically during the REM phase of sleep, our brain is anything but quiet. Neuroimaging studies show that the regions associated with visual perception, emotion, and memory, like the amygdala and the hippocampus, are highly active during dreaming. It's thought that dreams help us process emotions, consolidate memories, and rehearse responses to threatening situations. Lucid dreaming, being awake within the dream. On to one of the most intriguing phenomena in the realm of sleep, lucid dreaming. In a lucid dream, the dreamer becomes aware they are dreaming while still in the dream. This awareness can allow the dreamer to exert control over the dream, changing the narrative, characters, or environment at will. Tools for lucid dreaming. Training your mind for awareness in dreams. Reality checks. This is a method used throughout the day to confirm whether you are dreaming or awake. Common reality checks include trying to push your fingers through your palm, looking at the clock or a piece of text, looking away, then looking back to see if it changes, which is something that often happens in dreams, or trying to breathe through your nose while blocking your nostrils. These are essentially activities that yield different results in a dream than when you are awake. By practicing reality checks frequently during the day, you are training your brain to question reality, which can spill over into your dreams. Another way to approach this is that instead of questioning your waking reality, you spend your day trying to convince yourself that you are currently in a dream. The goal is to have this habit follow you into your dreaming state, so you will then automatically know you are dreaming and gain lucidity. And this is not as crazy as it might seem at first glance, since, as we have discussed, the brain essentially dreams up our waking reality, and seeing things in this light is in fact more accurate and factual than seeing things as fundamentally different from objects in our dreams. Of course, this does not mean you will learn to fly or be impervious to damage while in waking reality. The same rules and principles still apply, so don't go testing those limits. There are other benefits to this approach. When you recognize that everything you experience is essentially created by your brain, at least my experience has been to appreciate everything more, thinking, amazing how something like this feeling or object could be created just out of the blue without me having to concentrate or even think about it. And this way, even negative emotions and sensations can be seen as something beautiful, useful and interesting. And this is also another way to play with your level of consciousness, bringing something from dreaming consciousness to waking consciousness. Dream journal. Keeping a dream journal can be a highly effective way to increase your awareness of dreams. Upon waking, write down everything you can remember about your dreams. This not only helps you remember your dreams better, but also helps you familiarize yourself with your personal dream signs, recurring themes or elements in your dreams that can trigger lucidity. Setting intention and mild technique, which means mnemonic induction of lucid dreams. Before going to sleep, you tell yourself that you will become lucid during your dreams. It's a form of self-suggestion that can be quite effective, especially when paired with visualization of becoming lucid in a recent dream. This technique was developed by Dr. Stephen LaBerge and has been validated in several studies. Wake-induced lucid dreaming, or wild. This method involves going directly from being awake into a lucid dream. Usually this is done by waking up after several hours of sleep, then relaxing deeply while keeping your mind awake as your body falls back asleep. The aim is to enter a dream consciously. Wild can be a bit more challenging, but can lead to particularly vivid and stable lucid dreams. Wake back to bed, or WBTB. With this technique, you set an alarm to wake up about 5 hours after going to sleep. Stay awake for a while, usually 15 to 60 minutes, and then go back to sleep. During this awake period, you can think about lucid dreaming or read about it, priming your brain to have a lucid dream when you return to sleep. Wake back to bed can be especially effective when combined with the mild or wild techniques. These methods all require practice and patience, but with consistent effort you'll find yourself becoming more and more aware within your dreams, opening up a new world of exploration within your own mind. Though it may sound like science fiction, lucid dreaming has been well documented in the scientific literature. A study from 2012 used EEG to measure brainwave activity in lucid dreamers and found that specific combination of brainwave frequencies was associated with lucid dreaming. Beyond the thrill of controlling your dreams, lucid dreaming has potential benefits. For instance, it's been suggested as a therapeutic technique for reducing the frequency and severity of nightmares, as a method for practicing real-life skills, and even as a tool for creative problem solving. Meditation and lucid dreaming. Harnessing awareness in sleep and wakefulness. Can meditation foster lucid dreaming? Intriguingly, the evidence suggests that it can. A 2018 study found that people who meditate have higher rates of lucid dreaming. Meditation cultivates heightened awareness, mindfulness, and concentration, all skills that are useful in lucid dreaming. It enhances our capacity to stay aware during the dream state. Some meditative practices are even parallel techniques used in lucid dreaming training, like visualization and reality testing. Next, let's delve into a metaphor, one that has been with us for centuries, that of sleepwalking through life. Picture someone sleepwalking. They are mobile, they are reactive, but they are not fully conscious or aware. This image is an apt metaphor for the experience of the mindless person, someone who lacks mindfulness. Much like the sleepwalker, they are not fully engaged with the world around them. They are merely reacting to it, not interacting with it. But just as a lucid dreamer can gain awareness and control within their dreams, a person can attain a state of lucid wakefulness through mindful practice. This elevated awareness offers the power to shape our experiences, just like during a lucid dream. We often sleepwalk through our lives, missing out on the richness of our experiences. But what if we stayed awake? What if we savored each moment, mindful and fully present? Imagine the depth of experience and the wealth of understanding we could gain. Mindfulness allows us this conscious control over our experiences, allowing us to truly appreciate life. Meditation is the vehicle that carries us from sleepwalking to wakefulness. It is a tool, a discipline, a practice that can strengthen our mindfulness, heighten our awareness, and in essence, wake us up. Even neuroscience findings support the idea that our waking reality is essentially a dream. Recent research in neuroscience has made fascinating strides in understanding our perception of reality. Some findings suggest that our waking consciousness is not so different from a dream state. Our brain interprets and processes information, creating a reality from our sensory experiences. This indicates that our reality, much like a dream, is a subjective construction of our minds, a construction which our brain creates using the same structures that it uses to decode the signals from our perceptive organs. This insight adds a whole new layer to our understanding of mindfulness and the importance of being awake. It provides us a novel way to appreciate and interact with our dreamlike waking reality. Meditation is not only a tool for awakening, but also a potential remedy for those who struggle to find sleep. Studies have shown that regular meditation practice can aid in improving sleep quality. It helps by reducing stress and anxiety, promoting relaxation, and improving our ability to manage racing thoughts that can often keep us awake. So, if you are struggling to find sleep, perhaps it's time to consider meditation as part of your bedtime routine. Just remember that the goal of meditation, at least from my perspective, is not about sleeping more or sleeping less, but about being more awake. Meditation allows us to be present, to fully experience each moment as it unfolds. It cultivates an awareness that remains with us throughout our waking hours, allowing us to live our lives with intention, clarity, and full consciousness. And in the best case scenario, this also extends to our dreaming state. In essence, we should not live our lives aiming to sleep better, but to wake up better. To conclude, whether your aim is to improve your sleep or enhance your wakefulness, meditation offers a proven path. It can help you navigate the dream of life with a clear, mindful presence, and who knows, maybe even add a spark of lucidity to your dreams. It's all about being truly awake and fully experiencing the life we are given. Stepping back from the neuroscience and stepping into the realm of myth and philosophy, it's interesting to note how ancient wisdom traditions grappled with these very same concepts of sleep, dreaming, and reality. Buddhism, for instance, has long held that our reality is akin to a dream. The word Buddha, for example, means the awakened one, and this refers how he woke up from a mindless state, and also how he realized how our dreaming reality and waking reality are not so different after all. This has led some to consider the Buddha as the first recorded lucid dreamer, as some of the ancient texts also state how he stayed aware during his dreams. The ultimate goal of Buddhism, enlightenment or awakening, is not just a metaphorical wake-up call, it's an invitation to recognize the dreamlike nature of our everyday reality. Venturing to the Australian continent, the indigenous Aboriginal culture offers another fascinating perspective. They speak of a time known as dream time, or the dreaming, an eternal time that encompasses the past, present, and future. This dream time doesn't refer to dreams in the sleep sense, but to a spiritual realm, a sacred era in which ancestral totemic spirits beings created the world. This reflects a profound understanding that there is more to reality than our waking consciousness perceives. Turning to Greek mythology, we encounter Hypnos, the god of sleep. He was the son of Nyx, the night, and Erebus, the darkness, and he had a twin brother named Thanatos, the god of death. This familiar relationship in the myth hints at the ancient Greeks' understanding of sleep as a state akin to death, a temporary departure from the waking world. The Greeks are not alone in connecting death with sleep, as Tibetan Buddhists essentially view sleeping as a state akin to death, and their sleep yoga, which means staying aware in dreamless sleep, essentially lucid dreaming without the dreams, as preparation for overcoming death and, as they believe it, rebirth. These ancient traditions, while different in many ways, converge on a central theme, the understanding that the world we experience, whether in sleep or in waking life, is not all there is. There is always a deeper layer, a further dimension, a subtler level of reality to awaken to. And isn't that what we are doing here in our journey of self-improvement? Awaking to our own deeper potentials, uncovering the further dimensions of our own consciousness, and exploring the subtler levels of our own reality. We might be sleepwalkers, we might be dreamers, but our goal is to be the awakeners. And finally, we arrive at the part where we ponder the future, the edge of the dream, if you will. There's always more to learn, always more to understand. In terms of sleep and consciousness, there are still vast spaces waiting to be explored. For one, it would be intriguing to see more detailed studies on the impact of alternative sleep schedules on overall health and cognitive performance. Understanding the precise mechanisms by which meditation impacts sleep could further solidify its role in sleep hygiene and conscious studies. And of course, the frontiers of lucid dreaming and the broader neuroscience of consciousness still hold many secrets to be unraveled. In this episode, we've wandered through the realms of sleep, dream, and wakefulness. We've touched upon the importance of good sleep hygiene and the roles of diet and exercise play in our nocturnal lives. We delved into alternative sleep schedules and the potential of meditation to reduce our need for sleep. We explored the landscape of dreams, lucid dreaming, and the reality of our waking world. And through it all, the thread of mindfulness ran unbroken, illuminating the way. And so, as we come to the end of this journey, let's make a pact to challenge the sleepwalker within, to dream while awake and awake in our dreams. For in the Mindset Forge, we are not just stoking the fires of knowledge and understanding, we are also fanning the embers of wakefulness, striving to bring light into every corner of our consciousness. So, until next time, remember, it's not enough just to dream, one must also wake up. And waking up, dear listeners, is the best kind of dream there is. And thank you for listening to this episode of the Mindset Forge. I hope you found it informative and the lessons and practices spoken in it relevant to your situation. I also hope you found it as entertaining to listen as I found making it to be. If you found it beneficial, be sure to follow Mindset Forge on Spotify as well as on YouTube, where you can also give us a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out our Discord server for further discussion, where you can contact me directly. Links in description and channel information. There you can also find the link to my book, which I have self-published on Amazon, called Death Drive. If speculative dystopian near-future sci-fi sounds like a cup of tea, getting the book is a great way to support my work as an author. So have a nice day and memento cerebrum formare.